All right, I'll get right to it. I keep my emergency fund in the CIT Bank Savings Connect account. It is currently paying out 4.65% interest on all balances. It only takes $100 to open up an account. It's FDIC insured, and they have a super simple mobile app to use to access the account. I've had CIT for a couple of years. It's just really easy, and I like that they pay interest monthly. And in fact, in the next 12 months, I'm gonna earn over $1,200 in interest just by keeping my funds in the Savings Connect account. So link in the description below if you wanna check that one out. But there are 5 more bank accounts on this list where you could park your emergency fund and earn over 5% APY. So stay tuned to check those out. And then at the very end of this video, I am going to be sharing my calculator that will show you how much you can earn in passive income if you park your emergency fund in one of these savings accounts. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. All right, let's get into it. Hey there, I'm Jacob Wade from Roadmap Money, and I help you build the life you love with the money you already have. And if you already have an emergency fund in place and you're not earning a great interest rate on it, you might want to check out some of these savings accounts that I'm going to share with you today. Now, I recommend high yield savings accounts specifically because they're accessible. You can access that money at any time. It's not locked away like in a CD account or a treasury bill or something else that'll pay a high interest rate. They are secure and insured by the FDIC. So up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, your money is fully protected. And then simply they pay better interest rates than your regular savings account, the one that's typically connected to your checking account. Now, the reason I recommend using a bank outside of your normal bank is twofold. One, it's going to pay a better interest rate than your connected savings account that's usually connected to your checking. In fact, it's typically at least 10 times more interest. And two, it makes you less tempted to grab the funds for non-emergencies. Right? When Taylor Swift tickets go on sale, that's not an emergency and you don't want to quickly have access to it. So it's nice to have it in an external bank account. Now, when I was doing research to find the best high yield savings account for your emergency fund, I wanted to make sure it met the following criteria. One, it's FDIC insured. No matter what, you want to make sure your bank account is FDIC insured up to $250,000 per depositor. Number two, I wanted to make sure there was very low minimums to get into the account. Some of these accounts I'm listing have a $100 minimum, some have a $1 minimum. Others have no minimums at all. Number three, I want to make sure there's no hidden fees and there's no regular monthly fees. You shouldn't have to pay to open a savings account and earn interest. And number four, I wanted to make sure it had a well-designed mobile app. You want to make sure you can access your money, see account updates very, very quickly and easy. You don't want something clunky and weird. So all these have really, really good mobile apps. And then number five, of course, I want to make sure they're paying some of the best rates out there. Some of these accounts are paying over 5% interest. So let's dive into the next 5 accounts that you can park your emergency fund in and earn some sweet, sweet passive income. Let's get into it. All right, the second account on our list is the Western Alliance Bank High Yield Savings Premier account, which is paying out an unbelievable 5.36% APY, which is kind of insane. And in fact, it's the highest one on our list right now. Now, Western Alliance makes it really simple. You just deposit $500 to open an account. There's no fees, and every dollar you put in there is going to earn that 5.36%. This account doesn't have any special features or anything cool about it, but if you just simply want a place to park your emergency fund and let it just earn that passive income, it doesn't matter if it has bells and whistles because it's paying an eye-blistering 5.36%. So you can check out Western Alliance Bank below. All right, the third account on our list is the UFB Direct Secure Savings Account, and this is paying a very high 5.25% APY currently. Now, UFB Direct has no minimum deposit, so any money you put in there can start earning interest, and there is no restrictions on how much interest you can earn based on your deposited amount. I mention this because in the past, they've had what's called a tiered rate schedule. So your first amount of money in there earns a certain interest rate, and the more money you put in, typically you earn a higher rate. And you can even see that on their website. But as of right now, no matter how much you put in, $1, $100,000, doesn't matter, you can earn the full 5.25% APY. Now, UFB Direct is backed by Axos Bank. They're a nationally recognized large national bank that is safe and secure. Of course, the account is FDIC insured. So it's a great, simple, secure savings account to put your emergency fund in, and interest compounds monthly. So the money that you put in there will start to grow and compound. And again, just a way to earn passive income at a very, very high rate. So again, you can check out UFB Direct in a link below. All right, the next 2 accounts on the list are actually both from the same online bank. It's called Quantic Bank, and they have a high yield savings account and a money market account, both paying very, very high interest rates. So the high yield savings account is paying 4.5%. 5%. You just takes $100 to open an account. There's no hidden fees. You could do it in less than 5 minutes, deposit your funds and start earning interest. The money market is very similar. $100 in and you could start earning interest. But the money market account is paying 5% interest and it comes with a checkbook and a debit card. So you can actually use the money directly from the account, which is kind of cool. So if you just want a hands-off savings account, the HighYield savings account is paying 4.5. But if you want a higher interest rate and a little more flexibility, you might want to consider the Quantic money market account. The other cool thing about Quantic is they support Zelle, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay. So you can access your funds a lot easier than most of these other accounts that require you to, transfer funds out. It might take a day or two to clear. This gives you more instant access to your funds. The one downside of Quantic is they do limit you to 6 withdrawals externally per month. So if you're moving money out of that account to your regular checking account, you can only do that 6 times per month. But again, if you're parking your emergency fund in there, shouldn't be a big deal. You shouldn't hopefully be having to make 6 transactions per month. But I like Quantic. They're paying a great rate and they make your money even more accessible than most of the accounts on this list. All right, and the 6th and final account on our list is Marcus Savings. Now this is currently paying a 4.5% APY, which is solid, but Marcus is backed by Goldman Sachs, one of the largest investment firms and banking firms out there. So it's a safe and secure place to park your money. And they let you earn interest on up to $3 million in the account. So if you have a larger emergency fund and you're balling like that, you can drop up to $3 million and earn 4.5% interest inside that account. Again, this is just a simple, no-frill savings account paying a solid interest rate, and it's backed by a large, trusted, reputable financial firm. So if you want to check that out, you can go to marcus.com. All right, those are the top 6 accounts for places to park your emergency fund and actually earn some passive income. But how much can you actually earn? I actually created a little calculator here I want to show you. So I put in 0.5% here to show you this is kind of the national average for a regular savings account that's like connected to your checking account. Some pay even worse than this. But let's say you had $10,000 emergency fund put away, you would earn about $50. Cool. It's nice to earn a little bit of money. But if you chose, let's say, the CIT Bank account that I currently have, and you did 4.65% interest, all of a sudden you're earning $475 without lifting a finger or putting another dollar in. So $425 just for moving your money from your regular savings account to CIT Bank. So you can grab a link to this below and make a copy and start plugging in your own numbers. Let's say you have a $20,000 emergency fund and you choose the Western Alliance Bank, right? And you're getting that sweet 5.36% interest rate. Check this out. Over $1,000 in passive income, nearly $1,100 for just choosing a different bank account to park your emergency fund. So grab a copy of this below and see how much you can actually earn by choosing one of these savings accounts for your emergency fund. Now, having an emergency fund is awesome, but it really isn't enough to build wealth. So check out this video right here where I talk about why saving money is not enough and what you should do instead.